You follow every rule society tells you to follow. You work. You pay taxes. You donate to charity. You trust the system. Then one morning, the system rewards you with $315 million. And a few years later, you quietly say, I wish I'd never won. No scandal, no fraud, no secret addiction. How does someone do everything right and still lose everything? He was not a desperate man. In 2002, he was 55 years old, a successful construction contractor from West Virginia, owned his own company, flew private planes, donated generously to church and local causes. The lottery ticket wasn't hope. It wasn't desperation. It was routine. And that routine ticket won $315 million, the largest single-ticket lottery win in U.S. history at the time. Cameras flashed. Reporters smiled. Headlines called it the ultimate American dream. But here's what no headline ever asks. What happens after the system finishes celebrating you? He didn't hide his money offshore. He didn't dodge responsibility. He took the lump sum, paid tens of millions in taxes, set up charitable foundations, publicly pledged to help others. The system's job ends here. Its only responsibility is to pay you. Once the check clears, it disappears. There is no long-term support, no enforced protection, no infrastructure to absorb the shock. People learned his name, then his address, then his routines. His car was broken into multiple times. $545,000 in patois disappeared from his vehicle. You can be legally rich and still completely vulnerable. Money didn't attract what you expect. Luxury, not quite. Lawsuits, business opportunities, old acquaintance with new needs. Money didn't simplify his life. It multiplied the number of people inside it. Some losses are deeper. In 2004, his granddaughter died from a drug overdose. A few years later, his daughter died as well. No neat explanation, just brutal facts. After the win, the losses stopped being financial. No amount of money can negotiate with that. He said, the money didn't change me. It changed everyone around me. Nobody teaches you how to win. We celebrate winners, but we don't build systems for them. If someone follows the rules, acts responsibly, trusts the system, and still watches their life unravel, where exactly did the failure happen? The money didn't vanish overnight. It leaked through lawsuits, through settlements, through theft, through people who knew exactly where to stand when the check was written. This wasn't Monte crash. It was erosion. We like stories with a clear mistake. Someone gambles too much. Someone trusts the wrong person. Someone gets greedy. His story is uncomfortable. It lacks a clean error. He wasn't reckless enough to blame. He wasn't careful enough to be protected. Modern wealth systems assume gradual growth, not sudden arrival. He arrived instantly. After the win, he became financially available to lawsuits, available to requests, available to obligations, available to expectations. Every interaction changed, not because people became evil, but because incentives changed. Incentives shape behavior more reliably than morals ever will. He didn't receive long-term security, no automatic protection, no enforced anonymity, No infrastructure to absorb the shock. In theory, he could afford safety. In practice, safety wasn't built into the system. The money came alone. Years later, he said, "I wish I'd torn the ticket up." Calmly, not in anger, not in chaos. How bad does an outcome have to be for someone to reject $315 million? By the end of his life, most of his fortune was gone. Not zero, but no longer meaningful. No dramatic bankruptcy, no headline moment, just a slow disappearance from the list of winners. He died in 2020, quietly. This isn't a lottery story. He didn't fail because he played the lottery. He failed because systems that create extreme outcomes don't manage consequences. Finance, fame, tech wealth, viral success. The faster you win, the less prepared the system is to keep you stable. We assume that more money automatically means more control. His life suggests the opposite. Past a certain point, money increases exposure faster than protection. You don't just gain options. You gain surfaces for impact. And not all of them are visible. Wealth isn't a destination. Maybe it's a stress test. And not everyone passes. His story doesn't end with a lesson. It ends with a harsh question. Why do so many chase money, and so few feel safe once they get it? This wasn't about bad choices. It wasn't about luck. He didn't fail because he made mistakes. He failed because the system itself wasn't built to protect someone who wins this fast. Big money arrives instantly. Support doesn't. Protection doesn't. Systems create winners, but they don't create stability for them. His story is a warning. Wealth isn't just money. It's a test. Most systems are designed to fail the person holding it. Do you agree? Drop a comment below.